Anthony Hartwig here. We are back with more Boardman Cross Country. We are so excited for the Spartan Invitational this Saturday. What better way to preview it than Boardman Cross Country player profiles? We've been hitting you with them all week, and this time we're joined by Danny Lasivita, another senior on this team. Danny, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Of course.
So let's talk about going through this season, knowing it's your last ride, and what it's been like to deal with those emotions that it can bring being a senior.
It's definitely been interesting. It's weird to think you're in the spot now. Kind of freshman year goes by slow, but once you get past that, it flies, and then all of a sudden you're a senior now. It's definitely been about getting more consistent, especially because I had a lot of injury problems last year, and they kind of carried into this year. So that's definitely been most of my goal this senior year, which is weird because a lot of my goals before were to really like improve and stride, and I still have that, but yeah, it's definitely more about being consistent now. That's my last year in helping the team out.
With having some years that you've dealt with injury too, do you think this year is one where you're trying to also just take it all in and try to kind of treasure your time that you do have with Boardman?
Yeah, it really makes you appreciate what you've done so far because especially with last year, I know that any practice, any meet could maybe be my last. So that's definitely in the back of your head sometimes when you have problems like that. But yeah, I've just been more appreciative a lot this year just because of that, and it really, it I would say, for as much as it hindered me last year, it really has helped me out this year in that sense.
One of the hallmarks of a senior is how they left the program, better than when they found it, right? That we always talk about. What kind of legacies do you want to leave on this program from a culture standpoint, from a leadership standpoint?
I really think back to my freshman year and how the upperclassmen were with me and how they really, especially because like midway through the year, that's when I started running varsity and stuff, and that's when I got close with a lot of the guys. So it's really important to me I really like to feel like I need to bring the freshmen and underclassmen under my wing and make them feel how I felt, how the upperclassmen made me feel when I was a lot younger. That's definitely the most important thing. I don't care as much about leaving a mark on the record board or something. I care more about how the people on the team feel about how I was and stuff, and that I allowed them to get more into the sport.
So that being said, next year we bring on more cross country runners. Next year we ask them what kind of things Danny helped them in, and what kind of teammate Danny was. What kind of answers do you hope that we get from them?
I just hope that I made them feel welcome on the team, made them feel comfortable with the sport and the training, because it's definitely a big jump from middle school to high school when it comes to having training plans and stuff, and actually having to think more about what you do when it comes to food and lifestyle choices and stuff. So I just hope that I made them feel better about being in this program and wanting to continue on for all 4 years and
You know,
maybe
you
even beyond.
you talked about how much the upperclassmen did that for you when you came in. Who were some guys that you think, when you reflect on, really helped you come up when you started out in this program as a freshman?
Uh, when I was a freshman, it was Andrew Yoakum and Ben Zalavi, who were juniors at the time, and then definitely Jack Raff and Aiden Chun, who were seniors that year.
And now that you're the senior and you get to take freshmen under the wings, who are some younger guys that you've taken under your wing that you're going to continue to watch their progress throughout their career and be so proud that you were just a small part of it now in their freshman season?
hmm so Drew's brother, actually, Luke, definitely. He says hi to me in the every day in the hallway. Uh, Jacob Turek, he also does that too. Actually, it's funny. But and then probably Sam Moritz, just because they're all similar on my training plan and stuff. So I run with them a lot, and I've really got the chance to like interact with them and tell them like when they have questions about like where we're running or anything with meets and stuff, I can answer it just because I've been here for so long.
What are some of the biggest changes you see in yourself, not just as a runner, but also as a person from freshman year now to this year as a senior?
Definitely a lot more social. I think that was honestly one of the biggest things that the upperclassmen helped me with was really getting me comfortable with, because when you're younger, you really are mostly just focused on your grade, people you have classes with. So as you get older and you start being on teams with 4 years worth of grade levels. You have to really get comfortable with interacting with people that you've never really met before. And I think that's definitely what I've seen most improved since in those 4 years.
What is something that about this team, about this culture, maybe even the coaching staff, that has helped you kind of grow in that standpoint and helped you become a lot more social, let you come out of your shell a little bit?
It's definitely just the friendliness of, like I said, the upperclassmen and stuff, and that's how I feel like I need to imprint. But yeah, it's the culture is just really great. It really does allow you to build yourself and then become that role model for the younger runners that older runners were for you at that point.
You have a great coaching staff at Boardman, and we know that running. What are some things that they've helped you grow in the sport that you think, hey, I wouldn't be this kind of runner without the coaches that I have?
They're really good at. Biggest thing is just really good at training plans. They really know when that you need to push back, when you need to go up, getting you mileage good, making sure you don't get hurt or get hurt further if something did happen. And they're all just really supportive. If you need to have problems, you could talk to them very easily. They're very welcoming.
Let's talk about you in the classroom as well. What have been some of your favorite things to learn and study throughout your career at Boardman?
Uh, really like I continued my always loved history, continued that. I got more into other subjects though too. I got more into science and stuff by freshman year bio, and then I took AP bio and stuff. So I just it's really helped me develop more of an interest in specific subjects because obviously when you're younger, you're just taking general science or general history or something like. So definitely allowed me through the focus on different specific parts of different subjects. It allows you to get more interested in some of that stuff that you didn't really think you were before.
What class has been the toughest for you so far in your high school career? The one that made you work the most to get the grade you got?
Surprisingly, even though I've taken a lot of APs and stuff, it was definitely it's between algebra 2 and chem that those just destroyed me. The math
At least,
stuff.
at least you can say it with a laugh a little bit. You got through it.
Yeah.
All right. What about your future? What kind of things do you want to see that education carry you into after you graduate from Boardman?
Well, I don't see myself running, unfortunately, but I like to think that I'll still stay like active and just running in general. But I want to continue on to college and just build off of what I've started here when it comes to how I am as a person and just athletically and stuff.
So I want to ask, with running and being off the table pretty much in college, but you still need to feel that competitiveness, right?
Mhm.
Competitiveness of racing that brings you. What kind of things do you think are going to fill that void in your life? What kind of things are you going to get competitive with in college to give yourself that juice and fill that void?
Honestly, like really, probably academically. I just want to just be as best as I can academically in college. I want to strive to be dean's list or maybe not, probably not valedictorian, but as close as I could get, that would be good.
Hey, you never put it out of the realm of
No.
possibilities, man. We know you can do it. What kind of career do you want to go into? What kind of things do you want to learn about in college?
Uh, as of now, I'm applying for political science. I want to go into law or just pre-law, but um, obviously that's subject to change. First year of college will really determine if that's what I want to do. But as of now, it's law.
There are a lot of different branches of law. We all know that. Is there
Mhm.
one branch that interests you more than others, like criminal or family or like you said, political? Is there one branch of the law that really is drawing you towards it?
I would have to say just corporate or business law, just because that's what my family that is in law does.
How much has your family influenced that choice and wanting to go into that career?
Not as much as you would think. It was kind of it's like my great uncle and stuff. But as like I got more interested in what I needed to know before what I needed to decide before I went to college, that really did help was having someone in that field that was like I could set like a basis of what I need to do to be that. So
Want to talk about you a little bit outside of running and the school. Things that you do just to unwind, maybe some hobbies. What's your life like when you don't have to fill it with homework and athletics?
Sleep is a big one. You just kind of get home and you crash usually, but definitely as bad as it sounds, I like to play video games a lot, like when I have a lot of off days. So that's, but then I like to see my friends. I like to hang out with my friends, and I like to just spend time with my family usually.
And there is no shame in gaming, buddy. All
Oh
right, we have
no.
plenty of gamers in high school. Nothing wrong with it. What's your favorite video game?
Well, right now I've been playing College Football 25 just because it
Yeah,
just came out, but usually, actually I don't know. It just depends on what's popular usually.
have you started a dynasty on College 25 yet?
Yeah,
What's your school?
FAU,
There you go.
Florida
The
Atlantic.
what that
Yep.
Florida Atlantic, go Owls, right? Is that what they are? Are they the Owls? I hope I'm right.
Yeah.
Um, so what kind of things do you think make this Boardman school system? We talked about the cross country team, but just the community so special, make you so proud that you get to represent Boardman when you run and represent Boardman when you go out into the community. What makes you so proud that you're a Spartan?
It's just such a large and diverse town. It's like when you're younger, you don't really get to see the scheme of it just because you're more central to your like elementary school. But once you get to the high school level, you really get to see like how big of a town it is, how many different people there are, and you also get to appreciate like a lot of the stuff that Boardman has, like how everyone when you want like food or something, everyone comes here, or it's just a lot of stuff like that, just culture stuff.
Before we let you go, Danny, we like to end these player profiles with the chance for the player to take the limelight off themselves a little bit, shine on the people that are in their life that support them, that get them to where they are. So, want to give you that time. Want to let you, give out your thank yous and your shout outs to all the people that you wouldn't be here without.
Just definitely my parents. I think they instill a lot of the work ethic I have when it comes to the sport. Um, Same with my grandma. Just she took care of me a lot when I was younger, so I definitely have a lot of appreciation for her, and I feel like I need to compete better just because of her.
Danny, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We appreciate it. We wish you the best of luck the rest of this senior season, and we can't wait to talk to you real soon.
All right, thank you.